What's going on, Fantasy Fam? It's your What's Your Fantasy crew, and we are back. We got Week 8 coming up, and man, we got some players to talk about. We got top studs and duds of Week 7, and we got your waiver wire ads. We also got coaches going after players, and you got players attacking officials. I'm loving the NFL. It's the greatest damn sport in the world. Smash that like button, and we'll be back right after this. Hey, look. Ruining dreams under pressure. Peachy be the one to bless ya, but don't test her. The queen reigns supreme, you know what I mean? Add the boy Breezy Prince, like a king. When the two come together in any weather, they form a bond, stay tight in any measure. So it's my pleasure, the number one team. Let the world know what's your fantasy. What's going on? What's your fantasy world? It's your host, Wayne Breezy and Crystal Peachy B in the building. Back for another fantasy football recap week. And we got some news and stuff. And, you know, Peachy, I got to ask you how you're doing. And then I want to dive right into the back and forth, you know, banter between coach, former player. Like, I'm excited. Peachy, how you doing? And then let's get right into it.
I'm okay. It's Lakers opening night, so representing for the purple and gold. We play next. I'll tell you what, these Rockets and Thunder, boy, I can really see that being the Western Conference Finals this year.
Really?
These boys are going at it. It's fantastic. I mean, it started out, KD got booed, and then KD turned around and started booing everybody else. So it was awesome because, you know, they had their ring ceremony and celebrating stuff and banner, and which was really, really dirty of the NBA to do that anyway.
That's not dirty. That's all part of the game plan. Okay. You got to know what the NBA doing. The NBA is on some NFL stuff right now. They took a page out of the WWE Vince McMahon book, and they trying to create that wave. I'm not mad at them. That's what you do. You know.
For knowing that they were going to do all that talking about how, you know, one, this is OKC's first one, and how they did it. So they just threw all that back in Katie's face. So
all part of the plan.
I know it was.
All part of the plan. You know what I'm saying? Wow, we got Brandy in the building. What's going on, Brandy? Breezy Bunch crew member. She says, congratulations, Faithful. Great win.
Thank you, Brandy.
Her team is red hot.
The Patriots.
4 straight wins.
I tell you.
4 straight wins. And
happy for you, Brandy.
Let me ask you this, Peachy, though. Like, which Patriots are like a must start from their team? Like, who's a must start? Like, who would you start every single week if you had to?
Now, I guess I would have to go with Pop Douglas. He seems to be getting a lot of attention from Drake May.
Really? My answer was Drake May off the top. Like,
well, yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't know you were going to say Pop. I thought you would have been like maybe Ramondre or like, it's weird though. Like,
there's different, you know, like there's different ones. Yes, Nigel, Hunter Henry.
I don't know, because last week
they also got the other one.
It was an Austin Hooper day.
Yes. Man. So you just never know, you know. Drake May distributes the ball around to everybody. Stephon Diggs is starting to get his legs under him.
Yeah.
And so, you know.
Who's a must start from the 49ers for you? Other than Christian McCaffrey. I needed to have said that.
Well, I mean, I would say George Kittle. Actually, I will say George Kittle this Sunday because it's National Tight Ends Day.
All right, so
Kyle will make sure that Kittle gets into that end zone and has a lot of targets, especially because this is the first game where he hasn't had a reception.
Shoot, like of his career,
of his whole career.
they tried him 3 times, man. Yeah. If you are, let me just say this. If you are a George Kittle fantasy football owner, George Kittle has a message for you. I know it verbatim. I'm not going to play the clip. But he says, to sum it all up, blame Kyle Shanahan. Now, he was targeted 3 times. Right? Targeted 3 times. Brandy says CMC. We said not named CMC because we're Niner fans. Yeah, CMC is an automatic start.
Oh, always.
You start CMC on his bye week. Like, that's how dominant he is, right? Week 14, put CMC. He's not even able to get in. You put him in. But it's funny because, you know, I was just like, damn, man. I was so anticipating for him to come back. I'm like, he's got to get at least 1 catch for 10 yards, right? That's 2 points. Nah. Nah.
It was wild. And, you know, it was really crazy because you're putting together these parlays and you're thinking, you know, one constant, it's always Kittle. Like, he's an automatic. Like, he's going to get you some receptions. He's going to get you, you know, at least 2 or 3 receptions.
For some yak yards, right?
Yes.
Like, maybe a touchdown around the goal line. They didn't even throw it to him in the goal line. We made sure we ran the ball in, you know, which is why Brandy says CMC. All right, listen. Nigel says Ricky Pearsall, if healthy. Yeah, I think those are your 2 guys. It used to be you had to pick between 3 guys.
Yeah.
Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, and George. Well, 4 guys, right? And now there's no more Debo. There's no Brandon Ayuk. So it's kind of down to 2. You know what I'm saying? If you guys got Brock Purdy, I think this is the week you just say bump it, drop him, because, you know, it is what it is. But before we get into the Sean Payton, Russell Wilson, I want to hear what's going on. Before we get into that, I just want to let everybody know that I'm sad. It's my first time doing a chop league, and I got chopped last week. And let me just be clear. I've never scored that. I've never scored 90 points.
Right. That low, yeah. That's insane.
So I'm sitting watching this game last night, and I'm up by 20 points. It's PPR and the Guillotine League. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to lose. Why? Because the way my luck is set up and my bank account is set up for me to lose. So I knew I was going to lose. But damn, they held Cooper Kupp, but his 3 points. And you know what? I lost by 4 points. Don't you supposed to subtract points for a fumble?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the rules on that stuff. I don't know what they got. Yeah.
So I'm a little pissed off. I'm not going to lie. I don't like to lose. You know that. And it sucks. So good luck getting my players. I had a squad. The quarterback messed me up. And let me just say this about DeMeco Ryans. We going to bust your fucking ass this week, bro. I'm so mad that you chose to run the ball not once but twice with Woody Marks. Why? You needed 1 yard. Quarterback sneak it. Get the yard. The Houston Texans deserved to lose that game. They had every opportunity to find a way to pull away to win that game, and they lost that game. Okay, I'm done. I just wanted to put that out. Yep, I just wanted to put that out there.
You're right.
Yeah, he threw a pick, dog. Did I say fumble? My bad. I thought he threw an interception. My apologies.
Yeah.
He threw a pick. I was pissed. Anyway, what's going on with Sean Payton and Russell Wilson? Because Sean Payton is the head coach of the Denver Broncos. Russell Wilson is the backup quarterback on the New York Giants. So what's good, Peachy?
Okay, so I'm sure all of you know the history with Sean Payton and Russ. Whenever Sean Payton first went to Denver and had to basically take all of Russ's power away from him because Russ was like running the Broncos. He had his own office. He had blah, 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 and all different stuff like that, right? So they never really got along. Even on the sidelines, Sean Payton like treated Russ like a kid. He wasn't allowed to yell at him. He wasn't allowed to do none of that stuff that Bo Nix is obviously allowed to do. He can get into it about whatever. That's another story. So anyway, Sean Payton's always making these side comments about Russ.
What?
Well, this idiot decided that he was going to get in front of the podium and basically put Russ in the chat. And Russ is not even close to being around him at all, and throw a shot at him talking about how that Dable that he was happy that Dayball finally made the right decision.
Ooh.
And fix, and change quarterbacks. That he was basically waiting on him to do that. So Russ, who really doesn't really clap back at people in the media, was sick of it. So Russ says, classless, ... but not surprised, ... Didn't realize you're still bounty hunting 15 years later through the media. This is Russ. This is not a hack. This is not a whatever you call those pages, the other ones.
Tabloids.
When you have a fake one.
Yeah,
when you have a fake account or whatever it is.
Oh,
no.
yeah.
This
It's not a Finsta or whatever
this
it's called.
This is Russ.
Wow.
And he wanted everybody to know that it was him. So
well,
he is.
Let's see how much that affects the Denver Broncos this week as they face off, man. They got a tough team they're gonna be playing this week. I can tell you that right now. And what a comeback win for the Denver Broncos. I know people don't think the Cowboys are good, but somehow they put up 95 points a game. So they give up 96, but they put up 95. I don't think Denver's offense is gonna be able to keep up with this Cowboys offense. So it's going to be another nail biter. You know, that might be a game of kicking. Will Lutz versus Brandon Aubrey. I don't know. All right,
we know Brandon Aubrey has the golden foot or whatever.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, let's talk about some breaking news that's going down. Breaking news right now. This isn't super official yet, but the talks are that. And did you? I don't know, Peachy. Did you hear what Woody Allen said? I heard what he said. Did you hear what he said, or do you have what he wrote? Do you have that? Like, because what he said was bad. Like, this is where I think owners need to shut up and own. Like, I know I don't like to say that for players to shut up and play. This is where owners need to shut up and own. Because what he said was bad. Now, it doesn't sound like Justin Fields is going to play this week. It sounds like they're going to go with Tyrod Taylor. So for fantasy football owners, I know you're pissed because when Justin's in, he's going to get you points. He can score points, but he's no longer going to be in. I think they're over the Justin Fields experiment. They're not looking to move on from their head coach and Aaron Glenn. But he said when your this is what he said. He said when your quarterback can't come in and complete a pass, that's not good. Like that. Like what? What? You can't say that.
Yeah, he said, the actual quote said, it's hard when you have a quarterback with the rating that we've got. That we know that Fields' rating, oh my
it's
God,
just terrible.
It's so bad. If you look at any head coach with a quarterback like that, you're going to see similar results across the league.
Poor Justin Fields, man.
Oh, man.
That's your man. He just, the Chicago was bad to him. The Steelers didn't really give him an opportunity. And he goes, you know what? And you can't be I can't be mad at the Jets. The Jets gave him an opportunity. He ended up getting a concussion early in the season. Then he comes back, and it just seems like he's only really good when he scrambles and runs and gets you hella yards. Like, his quarterback rating is low because of his passing. And that's a problem. And so, like, I feel bad for Fields, and at the end of the day, it's like, but bro, this is the NFL. Here's the reason why I don't feel bad. You're given opportunities, and you're not taking advantage of the opportunities. And it's just like, bro, how much more you want them to give you? They gave you the green light. They were all in on you. You did get hurt, but you came back. They gave you the opportunity again. And you're just not really improving. Yeah, it sucks for him, but it's just what it is. So this could be the end of Justin Fields in New York. So fantasy football owners, if you have Justin Fields, drop him.
Yeah, that's absolutely true, Daniel. I mean, I have to admit that. Like, he just doesn't seem to be developing. I don't know if it's the coaches that are around him or what, but he definitely does not seem to be developing. So if you're inkling, Peachy, that it's the coaching, he couldn't do it in Chicago.
He couldn't do it in Pittsburgh, and now he can't do it with the Jets. So that's 3 different coachings that you saying failed this kid. That's tough.
I got you.
Even Trey Lance developed.
Mm-hmm. I got you. It's just, Yeah.
So maybe he's just, I don't know. Like, I understand NFL football is totally different than college. College, you spread them suckers out, and he's coming out of that spread offense, and you just throwing the ball to your elite pass catchers. It's different in the NFL. You're not built the same way. I don't know. He's got to find a way to get better. He's got to find a way to take the initiative to get better. All right, let's start with our bye week this week. Godly. There's a lot of teams. 8 teams: Arizona Cardinals, Detroit Lions, Jacksonville Jaguars, Las Vegas Raiders, Los Angeles Rams, and the Seattle Seahawks are all on a bye this week in week 8. So if you got these players, you're going to be missing a chunk of your team, which is the week I just needed to have gotten through this week.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I got chopped. Any of these players that are on your team right now that, you feel like it's going to affect your team? Let's see.
Trey McBride for one.
Trey McBride is one.
And Sam Laporta.
Sam Laporta. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Oh, we got to do a new segment today. What did I say that segment was called? Biggest letdowns or something?
Biggest disappointments.
That's what I said? Biggest disappointments so far.
Most disappointing. Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting week. There's quite a few. At first glance, when you look at it and you go back and you're like, oh crap, I don't have a tight end. I gotta go find a tight end.
And you didn't draft 2 tight ends because you didn't want to use your roster for 2 tight ends.
Exactly.
I got you.
So we'll see. But Corey has a question for you real quick and wants to know, do you like early buys or late buys, Breezy?
I like middle buys. So I'm around that week 7, week 8. Give me that buy. It gives you enough time to recharge, rejuice. The late buys are tough. And we're talking fantasy, so the late buys are horrible.
Oh, yes.
Because now that week 14 buy, that's the playoffs.
Yeah.
So if I make it in one of my leagues, whoever got Christian McCaffrey and the Patriots players on week 14, damn. Like, that is terrible. Yeah. So it's tough, but in real football, I like the middle buys. You know what I'm saying? I like the middle buys. All right, Peachy, those are your bye weeks. I mean, if I got to pick a player from the dynamics of these teams, Puka Nacua, I think, would be a dynamic player. Jackson Smith and Jigba is heating the freaking waves up, man.
Oh, my God, yes.
Oh, he's going on a bye week this week.
Because he's in Seattle.
Yeah.
I can't stand it.
Jahmyr Gibbs from the Lions, that's a big player.
Yes.
I feel like nobody from the Jacksonville Jaguars, nobody from the Raiders. Yeah, those would be the star players. Devontae Adams, he had a hell of a week last week. Mm-hmm. He's on a bye, so it's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be really tough. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to our top. Before we get to the top 10, let's talk about who has been your most disappointing players per fantasy position through week 7. So we got to talk about the quarterback. You give me a quarterback, a running back, a wide receiver, a tight end, a kicker. No, just a tight end. Just the skill players, up to the skill players. Okay. So who's been your most disappointing? Who's the most disappointing quarterback thus far?
Okay, so thus far up to right now, it's pretty going to shock a lot of people. But Pat Mahomes.
Really?
I really felt like that Pat Mahomes was going to be doing better by this time. But he's getting better now that he's got all of his guys back and they're rounding into form. But in my opinion, that's who disappointed me. Because I don't want to go with somebody who got hurt. Like, I want to go with someone who just disappointed me just with their points that they have.
Okay, it's your opinion. You went with Pat Mahomes. That's a tough one to go with Pat Mahomes because he's number 1 fantasy football quarterback right now, like through the 7 weeks. But I got you. I think what it is with Pat, you're expect. No, because the Pat we know was just like putting up touchdowns, throwing bombs down the football field, stuff like that. So I get it. So trust me, I totally get it. I think my most disappointing, quarterback. And I'm not gonna go with the injured guy. I get why you don't want to go with the injured guy. But let's talk about the top 10 QBs. And so one of the top 10 QBs, I would say, Bo Nix. And I know it's his second year, but Drake May's having a great second year. I just feel like Bo Nix, he's not really standing out to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I want to see more. I'm a little disappointed for a top 10 fantasy quarterback to be having this performance. Now, he is averaging 20.2 points per game per week, but I guess I expected more from that particular offense. He's tied for 8th with Justin Herbert. And so I think Bo Nix has been most disappointing. Out of the players that have been playing, I mean, I could tell you that Jaden Daniels is probably my most disappointing quarterback, period, because he was number 3, and he just hasn't looked good or been healthy.
That's another good one.
Yeah. But we said bearing health, so we're not gonna throw him in. All right, let's go with has anybody in the chat got their most disappointing quarterback? Guys, drop your most disappointing quarterback in the league. You know what I'm saying? Big Daddy Niners, what's up, fam? I tried to talk to you on Patreon, but I don't know if you saw it. I could barely see anyone else in the chat on Patreon. What's up, Peachy? Were you trying to talk to me during the live game or on a video? Because the live game, the chat feature was working. So let me know, and I'll get it fixed so that way we can get it in there. All right, Nigel, yes. Stroud is probably the most disappointing. I didn't think so for me, Stroud's not disappointing. And the reason why was because he was not a top tier quarterback going into this week.
I didn't choose him because
he was not a top tier QB. We know he had a phenomenal rookie season. We saw what he was going to look like last year, and their offensive line is absolutely trash.
And so is their coaching.
D'Amico's got to be better. Maybe it's the offensive coordinator.
And he just came out today and defended the offensive coordinator and said that he was going to take it on him. So it's like, all right.
But like I said, it's okay if you pick Stroud, but the reason why we didn't pick Stroud is because of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I never had him as a top. I felt like if you can grab him rounds 12, 13, 14, he could be a steal if he can get back to what he was his rookie season. You know what I'm saying? 949 had Caleb Williams. He was effing terrible. Played against a bad defense. Caleb Williams, he's 14 on the list. He's averaging 18.3 points per game. Caleb is not disappointing. The more he gets, for me, he's not disappointing. Because the more he gets acquainted, the more he just shuts the fuck up and just listens to Ben Johnson.
Yes.
the better he's going to get. Mm-hmm. That's how I look at Caleb Williams. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's how I look at Caleb Williams. Now, we got a question. We talk about quarterback questions. We talk about quarterbacks. She says, which quarterback should I stream? I have C.J. Stroud subbing for Lamar. All right, so we're going to get to quarterback waiver wire picks. So if you can just hang on, Miss Cynthia, we will get to that. If I was you, I would not start C.J. Stroud against the San Francisco 49ers defense. But to be fair, the Niners defense doesn't pressure like that line. Oh my God.
Especially now that we lost Huff.
Oh my God. Like,
CJ might be the top quarterback this week.
Yo, I was sitting there saying to myself, are they going to ease up on the kid or what? Like, they pressured on every single down. I was like, dang, this cat had zero time to throw the ball. Seahawks defense was on point. We saw two top-tier defenses, in my opinion, on Monday Night Football. The Lions versus the Bucks. They made Baker Mayfield look like
the old Baker.
Like the old Baker. Yep. You know. Now, Lamar Jackson may be playing this week, so you definitely want to keep your ears to the streets right here on What's Your Fantasy, okay? You may want to keep your ears to the streets, because if he's playing, I'm starting Lamar. I don't care. I don't care who it is. Lamar's going in.
That right there's a good one.
Should I pick up Big Red since Daniels is hurt? and Jared Goff on a bye. We talk about Mr. Andy Dalton. Yeah, he's going to be the starting quarterback for the Panthers. And so the one thing he's going to be able to do is get that ball down the mother freaking field. And so this is explosive play day for Ted McMillan and their wide receivers. They got some guys, Jalen Coker and all them other wide receivers. You know what I'm saying?
And their tight end that they got, because it's National Tight Ends Day. So they're definitely going to get with them tight ends. And
Dalton knows how to get the ball to his tight end.
Yes, so 100%.
So that's actually a good pickup if you want. You know what I'm saying? So that to you, Miss Cynthia, that would be one of the guys you could look into as well. And again, they're playing the Bills, and the Bills defense is suspect.
Yeah, it definitely
Which
is.
Bills defense is going to show up? Now they're coming off of a bye. Will they be charged up, healthy, and ready to go? Maybe. But the Bills are on the road. Panthers are at home. And the Panthers have been playing scrappy football. Great questions. All right, Peachy. Running back, most disappointing running back so far.
Saquon Barkley.
God dang it, you took the words out of my mouth.
I actually have another one. Alvin Kamara.
Nah, Alvin Kamara is not disappointing to me because they ain't using him. They're using Saquon Barkley. Yeah, Alvin Kamara is not being utilized. And here's how we'll know. They just lost Keandre Miller for the season.
That's right.
And if I see Devin Neal get more touches than Alvin Kamara, then you'll know that I'm right.
Yes, you are absolutely right about that, because I was going to say that Devin Neal, if I look up and I see Devin Neal out here freaking running this rock and doing all this stuff out here, and Kamara still ain't doing nothing, then I'm going to lose it.
And here's the take. Kamara doesn't want to go anywhere. Kamara said he'll rather retire than be traded.
Yeah.
So either use Alvin Kamara. I don't know what the Saints are doing. Like, the Saints got to be one of the dumbest organizations that I think about. Like, you have a premier running back. He's the same as Christian McCaffrey. Literally, he's just the darker version. Like, they're the same player, but they won't utilize him. So I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. Yeah. We got some in the chat, Peachy. We both went with Saquon Barkley as our number one. Madden curse.
I'm telling you, remember, like, when we first started.
I don't believe in it, but
this fantasy season, I said.
Yeah, I should have never drafted his
I would be very wary of that.
And that right there that right there, Peach, is wild lost. I got chopped because for the third, fourth straight week in a row, after I spent $1,000 on him, this dude's been getting me 5 fantasy football points a week.
I know. It's really wild. I really love this right here.
Oh, we're
Derrick
going there.
Henry and Josh Jacobs are both guys that can lose you your week with negative game script. I agree with this 100%. They are also some great candidates for the disappointment.
I totally disagree with this. 9 or 4 or 9. Now I got a half agree. I'm 50-50. You gave me 2 players, so I'm 50-50. Derrick Henry is just nothing without Lamar Jackson. That's that. So yeah, I'm disappointed in him. Josh, what are you talking about with Josh Jacobs? Josh Jacobs is carrying the offense. This dude is averaging 17.9 points a week. This dude is number 6 in running backs. He's a top 10 running back. Let me just find out where your boy Derrick Henry is. Give me a sec, because I got to scroll down. 19.
I think that they expected more out of Josh Jacobs. I know
what did you expect more? This guy's he was a top 10 player a couple weeks ago. This dude is continuing to find ways to score. Now, Josh Jacobs last week, he got injured 2 weeks ago. So this last game, he was playing injured, so he might not have been as dynamic. But the dude still put up double digit. What did Josh Jacobs do in week? Let's see. Josh Jacobs. Wait a minute. Yeah. Okay. Wait. 13, 14.4 in week 2. Week 3, 7.4. 27.7 in week 4. Had his bye week. 27 in week 6. Which is the game he got injured, and then 17.8. You must just got a bad team. I wouldn't be crying about Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs has been pretty damn solid, in my opinion. He's no Jonathan Taylor, but he's been pretty solid.
Right.
And Jonathan Taylor just killing.
Okay, so now we got wide receivers, and this is also
just pick one. I just want one. Just one wide receiver.
No. I just have one. I'm just saying that a lot of people are going to be shocked by it. Justin Jefferson.
I don't know if
even though it's not.
I can't put him in there.
But I have him as a disappointment.
I can't put him in there as a disappointment. I just can't do it. He's not throwing himself the ball. Now, if Justin Jefferson had like 40 drops and stuff like that, yeah. But I mean, Carson Wentz is their quarterback.
I know.
I can't put Justin Jefferson in there. I just can't. So I gotta find a receiver. I'm kind of stuck on this. I'm kind of stuck on this Broncos train. I feel like Courtland Sutton is a number one receiver, and he's only averaging 9.6 points a week.
I'm with you there.
So I'm kind of stuck there.
I'm actually agreeing with you on that.
When you got a guy like Quentin Johnson, who missed the game, missed week 6, averaging 2 more points than you, that's a problem.
I don't know what's going on with Sutton. I don't know how his targets, like how he's being targeted.
Oh, he's the number one target guy there.
Oh, is he?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because I know Troy Franklin, he uses him too.
Yeah, no, he does. But I'm talking about as far as who leads the team in targets.
Oh,
it's
real?
him. It's Courtland Sutton.
Dang,
absolutely.
You would know that by his points. God.
It's okay. So Courtland Sutton, 12.1 points. He had a week where he had 0.6.
Yes, I know.
And then another week where he had 1.7. You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah, I got you.
I'm a little, and that's again. This is a number one wide receiver, right? Like a number one wide receiver. I don't know if he was top 10. He's number 11, so he's right out of the top 10.
Gotcha.
But your number one receiver is Jackson Smith and Jigba. Go figure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
He's averaging 15 points per game.
Big Daddy Niners. This is Juwan Jennings.
True. Okay. I mean, yeah, he's been beat up. He's missed a couple of games due to injuries and
hurt, and I try to stay away from people that have been injured.
Yeah, so I get Juwan Jennings. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Tyler Lockett is an afterthought. I mean, the guy demanded a trade. He's no longer with the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, you want to be with that team.
Like, how is it that? Here's my question about that. Right, Calvin Ridley. That motherfucker not hurt. Did you see him on the sideline? Okay. You saw him. All right. He about to be traded. Yeah. All right. But you still don't put Tyler Lockett in the rotation? Yeah. Like, how does Tyler Lockett, a number one receiver? There's no way. This is why everybody was high on Cam Ward, because they got him weapons. Now they're going with DK and those guys, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But you mean to tell me you're not going to make sure that Tyler Lockett, a guy that can help you out, whatever. I like that. Tight ends, and we'll close this segment up.
Trey McBride.
Biggest disappointment?
To me, yes.
Oh, no. You better talk. I need to know why Trey McBride. Number 3 tight end in fantasy football. Now, let me just be clear. The tight ends suck this year.
I think that's what it is.
It's not the tight ends that we're used to.
Right.
Yeah. So go ahead. I need to know.
It's just, he's just not, at least unless I'm missing something, he's not getting the targets. Again, that's not his fault because of his crappy quarterback that he has. He definitely needs a better quarterback. Hopefully, Jacoby Brissett, who has been making him look a little better anyway, and getting the ball to him because he can see him.
Yeah.
So, yes. He had a great week. Like, he literally saved, like, I pretty much won, like, every fantasy league that I had him in because he did. But overall, I'm saying, like, he had been disappointing. But I get it because I think that he's on the uptick as long as Jacoby Brissett is his quarterback.
Appreciate you, Rob D. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that. Like, I get your reasoning. You talk about the number 2. You talk about PPR. This dude's averaging 16.2 points per game. His lowest game was 9.1. Let me just read you his numbers. 12-1, 13-8, 15-3, 12-2, 21-2, 29-4. Production definitely picked up with the Jacoby Brissett.
100%. It did. Yeah. I will give him that. Absolutely.
Definitely picked up.
I'm mad at all the tight ends this year.
I mean, I'm not gonna throw Brock Bowers under the bus. He's dealing with some weird injury.
Right. Yeah.
So obviously he's probably the biggest disappointment. But out of the guys that are playing, biggest disappointment. It's kind of like your guy. Like I miss Sam Laporta. Sam Laporta.
Yes.
I feel like is why we fell in love with these explosive tight ends, the Iowa U guys, right? Like right. And so like, I know we can't throw George Kittle in there because he ain't played since week 1 and whatever. I mean, he played last week, but come on.
This for wide receivers, yes, 100%. Where did he go? Where did he go?
Okay, so 949. Let me finish my thought, and then we're going to come back to this. All right, because we're on tight ends, but we'll come right back to this. I promise you, I have an answer.
Yeah.
Okay, I do. I have an answer, and you might not agree with it, but I have an answer.
Okay.
Sam Laporta is my biggest disappointment because I still think he has the juice, but he's number 7, but I had him as like a top 5 tight end.
Yes, of course we did.
I
had him like top. Yeah.
Oh, I should have picked him, Nigel.
Should have. Me too.
Well, the reason why I didn't pick him because I don't know where the fuck he's at. Like he's been MIA. You said it. Hawkinson has been. These Iowa guys, man, they are going away. They're going away. Now I want to get back to Daniel's comment because we're currently on the tight ends, but please don't leave. Remind me of the Jameson Williams.
Yes.
Mark Andrews.
Oh, sorry.
I don't care about Isaiah. Isaiah likely been injured, so you could. Mark Andrews though he just hasn't been the same since coming back from that car accident.
Yeah.
He just has not been the same. The explosiveness is gone. Like he's just not the same guy. Yeah. And so then he dropped that pass that could have won them the game last year in the playoffs, the AFC Championship. He's just dealing with a lot. But you're right. I mean, he could be the big. But I wasn't super high on him. I was hoping he would have been a steal in the draft. So he wasn't in my top 10s.
I like that. That was a great comment, Daniel. I appreciate that.
All right, let's get to this 949 comment. Jameson Williams, big contract, drafted high, and has barely put up any points. Here we go. The Detroit Lions have a new offensive coordinator. Unfortunately, the special plays that he ran under Ben Johnson are gone.
Gone.
Jameson Williams is the type of player that needs the ball in his hands. He's like Deebo Samuel, which just not as big, like you know what I'm saying. But he's quick, so they're not using him like that, and they're having him run the routes, and this is probably why he wasn't a top draft prospect. Plus all the other stuff he was doing, whatever. But yeah, that he's struggling. You know, he's struggling, and I get where you're coming from with this. I mean, as far as PPR. You know, I gotta really scroll for his name. I mean, I don't even think he's in the top 50. Jesus Christmas. So biggest letdown. He is in the top 50. I take that back. He's number 45. He's averaging 8.3 points per game.
If you have Jameson Williams, it might be time, just like Miss Sin said, to bench him, drop him, do something.
I mean, if you can trade him, throw him in a trade or something and get him out of there, that might be the best route to go. You know what I'm saying? So you might have to go that route. You know, he is up and down in targets, Daniel. Unfortunate. Here's his point structure. If you want to know how he's scoring in a PPR league, if you got him in a standard league, you're losing every week. PPR though, 6.6. He did have the 18.8 point game in week 2, 6.3, 5.72, and then in week 6. He had 18.6. We're like, oh, this is the guy, right? Ask me how many points he had in week 7.
God, probably 0.
This motherfucker has 0 points.
Because I literally, again,
I never
had
put him
in my parlays for receptions. for just 2 receptions. Just two. I thought during this whole entire 4 quarters, he will at least target him like a couple of times. I don't even think this dude got targeted because we're too busy with St. Brown and Gibbs. That's pretty much the whole entire game.
That was their offense.
Not even Montgomery, really. It was just Gibbs.
Another person sitting on the bench. Just wait. It's like they went away from the 2 running back system.
Yes.
Like Ben Johnson's offense is gone. Offense is gone. All right, Dustin Wells. Nice comment here. How much fab for Manungai? All right, so you got to pay some bread. I don't know what's your fab league working? Because not everybody works with $1,000. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody has a different budget, but I would get him because he's explosive. DeAndre Swift is not. And they're going to use him. I think Ben Johnson figured out his 2 running back system there.
Mm-hmm. So pretty much the way that they were doing things in Detroit when Ben Johnson was there is how he is slowly bringing things over to Chicago. And you can see it if you pay attention to what they got going on. He is trying to line this team up so that it looks like the way that he ran this in Detroit.
1,000%. Let's get to the top 10 studs of week motherfreaking 7. Let's start with this guy. We just talked mad trash about him, and Bo Nix put up 40 points, yo. I mean, they played to the very end, but still. Right? Like, am I tripping? Like, what the freak? Like, we finally needed a Bo Nix game.
If he didn't have to play catch up and score like 30-something points.
Ooh.
So he had to. So, of course, he was going to be the top fantasy player because he had to bring his team all the way back.
Will Lutz. Game winner. Game winner. All right. Number 1, 40 points, man. Number 2, there he is, baby. Sound the alarm. Christian McCaffrey. Number 2. He was number 1 until he was never number 1 because Bo Nix was always number 1 with 40 freaking points. But Christian McCaffrey, I mean, what a game. 2 rushing touchdowns, 201 all-purpose yards.
It was so amazing.
It was definitely amazing to watch. Number 2, 39.1 points. And I had a league where I had him in there, and I'm like, yeah, I'm winning this league. But then this motherfucker, I didn't realize I was playing against this guy and some other guys, right? You know what I'm saying? Like Jamar Chase came out and got somebody 38.1 points, number 3 on the list, right? Number 3 on the list. And I'm just like, I just had the worst luck in matchups because look who else came. Number 4, Jahmyr Gibbs with 36.8 points. It's like this is his offense now. And if I'm David Montgomery, I want to get the hell out of here. Like
with the
quickness.
You had those looks on the sideline because that national TV is petty as I don't know what. And when he was on the sideline and he was not there, they had him looks. They showed him on the sideline. He is not
happy at all. Then they gave him the ball in the end of the 4th quarter. It's like they doing him dirty. Jonathan Taylor, Peachy, number 5, 34.2 points. You mean to tell me you're number 5 with 34.2 points? I mean, this dude was just scoring touchdowns left and freaking right. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Jonathan Taylor, man, listen. It was a crazy week. Crazy week. The number 2 wide receiver on this list, Devontae Smith, not A.J. Brown. I was happy A.J. Brown finally got a touchdown. I was like, yeah, he's been killing me. Smalls. But this little young guy right here plays with a big heart, man. Love Devontae Smith. If you ask me what I loved about Philly, it's this guy and his story. Kid from Alabama. This kid is nice.
Yeah, he is.
And he country too, so it's so cool to listen to him talk. But he is nice. 33.3 points, another stud. All right. Listen, we could talk track. How is Justin Herbert getting you 29.9 points with no offensive line? Can somebody out there tell me how that's how good of a quarterback he is? Can you imagine if Justin Herbert was on a team that can block, that can run, and a defense? Woo-wee. Justin Herbert be number 1 quarterback in the league. Hands down. Again, 29.9 points. We had a 3-way tie for number 8. And look who's number 8. Jackson Dart. And shout out to, no, that's not a shout out. Matter of fact, I'm going to shoot you. Boom. To all of the, what do you call them things, Peachy? Them, they be saying, yo, you should start this player, you should start that player. Like, what do you call that? Like, you know what I'm saying? They told me to. What I'm trying to say is they told me to.
Starts and sits.
Yeah, and but the simulated ones. You know how you go to the thing, and you'll be like, go ahead and help me out with the starts and sits, or just give me the most projected players or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they had him. They told me to bench him.
Yeah, because that vaunted Broncos defense is
I'm so glad I did.
Unstoppable.
I don't know what Broncos defense is vaunted and haunted. They do, whatever. They are terrible. You got Dre Greenlaw chasing fighting the rep. What? Getting suspended? Yes. That defense. Sean Payton, you need to worry about your own team instead of talking about a guy that's not even here.
Right.
Damn. Jackson Dart, man, 29.4 points, 3-way tie, newcomer. We got a newcomer, Aronde Gadsden the second, tight end from the Los Angeles Chargers. He made the list. Peachy, do you think this could be a premier tight end? Do you think Justin? This is why Justin Herbert had a good game too, by the way. Do you think
exactly
Justin might be saying, "Oh, I got a guy"?
I do believe so, and Nigel's right. He's definitely a new favorite target for Herbert, 100%.
Gadsden the second, the son of Gadsden, Aronde Gadsden. I got to ask this question because I felt like I've asked this question before. We might have to look it up, but there might be somebody live watching this. What's the difference between being the second and a junior? Is the second? Are you the second when there's a third? No, because there's no third. So what's the difference? What's the difference between a second and a junior?
I have no
Somebody
idea.
let us know.
That's a great question. Somebody look that up, put it in the chat.
Yeah, let us know. And there's your boy Peachy, Trey McBride. If you had a Trey McBride, you were like, this is the Trey McBride that I'm used to. Where have you been?
I was ecstatic. Yes, I was.
Where, oh, where has my Trey McBride been? His name is, Jacoby Brissett. That's where he's been.
Oh, yeah.
And they get a Jacoby Brissett, and all of a sudden, it's tight end day. Now,
you can see him.
let me ask you this. Do you feel like Trey McBride has had his national tight end day last week, or do you think they try to feature him again this week?
No, I think that he gets us one touchdown this week, at least. National Tight Ends Day, they normally set up like on purpose to get their tight ends a touchdown.
Wait, the Cardinals are on a bye this week, I think.
Oh yeah, that's right. They are. That's
so
right.
You see what I'm saying?
So yes, he did actually have his national tight.
He had his national tight ends day.
You're right. Yep. There's so many people on a freaking bye week. I forgot.
All right, let's do a quick thing before we get to your waiver wire targets. Ready? Quick thing.
Okay.
National tight ends. You got this week. They're finally Thursday night football. You got let's see if I can get the tight ends right. You got T.J. Hockenson versus let's do must sit, must start. You can only pick one. Oh, this is fun. You ready? T.J. Hockenson versus Aronde Gadsden. Who you starting? Who you sitting? Gadsden. Sorry, not Gadsden. Gadsden the second.
I'm starting Gadsden.
All right, you start Gadsden against the Vikings defense. I like it. All right. Darren Waller, who's dealing with an injury. We didn't even get to the injury news. We'll save that for the end of the show. Yeah. Darren Waller, who's dealing with some type of an injury versus Kyle Pitts.
Atlanta play.
I just told you. Darren Waller versus Kyle Pitts, the Dolphins.
Right, you did. Oh, Miami. Oh, I'm starting Kyle Pitts.
Okay, Kyle Pitts. There it is. All right. God, I get this kid's name wrong all the damn time. Mason Taylor versus I don't even know who the tight end for the Cincinnati Bengals is.
That'll be Yoshivas.
Is he? I thought he was a wide receiver. All right, Yoshivas. All right, who you starting?
I think he's a tight end. I don't know.
I thought he was a wide receiver. Isn't Mike Gesicki their tight end, or is he hurt?
I think Gesicki's hurt.
All right, so I don't know who their tight end is. They should have drafted the kid that went to Chicago from Michigan. Dumbasses. That's who they should have drafted. They would have had a tight end.
Oh, Noah Fant is.
Noah
is
Fant.
the
So Noah
Bengals,
Fant
yeah.
versus Mason Taylor.
Oh, Mason Taylor.
Harold Fannin Jr. versus.
It's gonna be Tyrod Taylor to Mason Taylor.
Ooh, Taylor and Company.
Taylor
I like that.
and Taylor. Yep.
All right, Taylor and Taylor. Sound like a law firm. All right, Harold Fannin Jr. versus Hunter Henry.
Ooh. Ooh. You know what? I'm still going to go with Hunter Henry. I do believe that Drake May is going to be able to still get the ball to him.
That's a tough defense, though. But I like it.
But
Hunter,
both sides are tough defenses.
Yeah, but that Cleveland Browns defense, they're gonna apply some
how
pressure.
they are against tight ends, though.
Yeah. All right, let's go with Theo Johnson versus Dallas Goedert.
Oof. You know, that's actually interesting. I'll go with Goddard though, and the reason why
You're right.
I'll go with Goddard, and the reason why that I'll go with Goddard is because of all the different crazy ways that Jalen Hurts can get him the ball.
Okay.
Like he doesn't exactly, just do it like straight up. Like he goes through all kind, there are all kinds of different ways that he does that. So yeah.
I love this new exercise. This is what our must sit, must start's going to be. We're going to pick a position and do it like this. All right. I do want to say that Dallas Goedert in a PPR league is, overall, because I want to get this right. He is the number 4 tight end.
Yeah.
All right. 11.4, didn't play in week 2, 10.3, 19.7, 10.8, 26 in week 6. But then he hit you with that 4.8. Ugh. Hunter Henry's been a disappointment. All right. It's crazy. What's going on, 49er Media? The Smitty, I see your question down there. We'll get to that toward the end of the show. All right. Let's see who we have next. All right. Dalton Kincaid. He should be back. Who's the tight end for the Panthers? Is it Tremble or
Tremble?
All right. You starting Tremble? Because you said it like over Kincaid?
Yeah, I like, especially with Andy Dalton. I like Tremble going against Buffalo.
Hey, this is your world. Now the Bears got a couple of tight ends. I can't tell. I'm gonna go with Cole Kmet versus Mark Andrews.
Oh, Kmet.
Yeah. George Kittle versus Dalton Schultz. Schultz had all the catches last night.
I know.
God dang, that's the only person he could throw to.
You're right.
I'm starting Dalton Schultz. I don't know about you. I'm starting our secondary. They can't cover tight ends to save their life. Yeah,
definitely.
I didn't mean to interject.
Starting Schultz.
I got excited right there.
I also need to throw in one quick thing. I do have a disappointing defense. The Baltimore Ravens.
Their defense is hurt. It's so beat up. I'll say this. I agree with you on their disappointment. My disappointed defense goes to the Denver Broncos, though.
Yeah.
But the Ravens are hurt, and they got a new defensive coordinator, and I just think he needs to be fired. They don't play the same style of football that they played under McDonald. Right. And so those guys were big, applied pressure. They're just totally different. They're more
took that to Seattle.
They're more laxed, laid back. They're that's not how they play. They go after the ball. Now they wait for the ball to come. Nah, that's a totally different philosophy. And a lot of their guys are hurt because they probably don't want to play for this defensive coordinator. I'll put it like that. So I respect your disappointment in them, and you're not wrong. I just think that the Denver Broncos defense is fucking trash. I don't understand. They got all of the weapons.
And I agree with you on that because that was supposed to be one of the best defenses this season. Top one. Yep. You're right.
They were the top defense going into the season. And you want to know my second disappointing defense? I could put the Ravens as number 3. Can you guess my number 2?
Maybe Buffalo.
No, I never really had them as a high defense.
Oh, gotcha.
Good guess though. AFC team, though. You on the right track.
I don't know. Just
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking terrible. They can't cover a nosebleed. Jalen Ramsey old. Joey Porter Jr. don't know what the hell he doing out there anymore.
Jalen's getting smoked.
You know what I'm saying? Before we get back to the tight ends, Nigel says, what defense is surprising?
That would have to be the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah, they are playing.
It would have to be the Colts.
They are playing.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm going with Peachy on that one. We locked and loaded on that one. Oh, my God, we 55 minutes in. We still got to get through waiver wires. All right. I hope you guys can stick around for at least another 10, 15 minutes. All right. Here we go. Where was I? Another tight end that had a day was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers tight end. You got to help me with the name.
Are you talking about Cade Otton?
Cade Otton versus Juwan Johnson.
I'll go with Cade Otton. I think Baker's going to rebound, especially off of what he just went through.
Phew.
That was awful.
Yeah. All right.
That was so bad.
Who's the Broncos tight end?
Oh, I can't even think of the Broncos tight end's name now. I cannot think of their name.
All right, I got you.
Okay.
Oh, Evan Ingram. Evan Ingram, forgot that's where he went. He's just been non-motherfucking factor all season. So, all right. Jake Ferguson versus Evan Ingram.
You know what? I'm gonna have to go with Ingram because it's Dallas's defense, and they're not gonna get that crap fixed by the time they get ready to play him. So,
PG be living on the edge of the edge. Okay, it's Jake Ferguson all freaking day. He's the number one fantasy football tight end. I'm never not starting him. Like, he is what Christian McCaffrey is to the running backs. He's that guy. He gets you 1 to 2 touchdowns every single week. Like, I don't get it. And their offense is good regardless of what defense they face. I'll go with Jake. You go with. We should keep tabs on this too. I forgot who we picked, but at this point, all right. Oh, you got to help me with this one. Who is the tight end for the Titans? Chat Chigawizigu? Chig? I'm just gonna call him Chig.
Yeah.
That's his name? Chig versus Tyler Warren.
Oh, Tyler Warren.
Got you. You had to think about that for a minute. Tucker Kraft versus, I'm just debating, do I want to pick Jonnu or do I want to pick the other guy, Pat Freiermuth? Kraft versus Freiermuth.
It'll be Tucker Kraft.
Okay.
Of course. No matter whether it's Jonnu or Freiermuth, it'll still be Kraft.
All right, that's your Sunday Night Football matchup for tight ends on National Tight Ends Day. And then last but not least, Zach Ertz versus Travis Kelce.
Ooh, man. That team is a mess. I am going to have to go with the old school Travis Kelce.
I'm going with Travis Kelce. I mean, they don't have Jaden Daniels, and I don't trust Marcus Mariota.
Is an absolute mess.
They don't have any wide receivers.
Absolute mess.
But to be fair, they don't have any wide receivers either. So Zach Ertz might get the targets.
Well, we'll find out. Somebody has to, because they don't have anyone out there. Even Luke got banged up. So I mean, I don't know who's gonna be their wide receivers, and who knows. Yeah.
It is. Speaking of banged up, PG, let's get to this injury report. Let's keep it quick, but give me them injuries. Let's go.
All right, I think to zoom through this so you guys get your ears open. Going to run through this real quick. Quarterback Lamar Jackson. Hammy could practice for week 8. They are expecting him to try to play. Quarterback Jaden Daniels. Hammy, we just talked about him. Quarterback Michael Penix, bone bruise. They're looking into him. It's possible that they may sit him. Quarterback Bryce Young, high ankle. We know he's going to be out for a minute. That's why Andy Dalton is going to relieve him. Running back Kendre Miller, we just talked about him. Season ending, ACL. Wide receiver Mike Evans, collarbone. They said that he might be back this season. I don't think he will. Wide receiver Joshua Palmer, ankle. LAC is looking at him. Wide receiver Garrett Wilson, knee hyperextension. They're trying to get him ready to play for week 8. Wide receiver Nico Collins, concussion, probably out for week 8. And Darren Waller, pec, they're keeping an eye on it.
All right, so make sure you guys keep your ears to the streets for the injury report. And while Peachy's talking, let's get these waiver wire targets going. And so Peachy says, go get Joe Flacco. Now, this is your number 1 quarterback waiver wire target. Why? Why did you pick Flacco over Andy Dalton?
I picked Joe Flacco, and I want to say it is because of the matchup. Because if I'm not mistaken, because
they're playing the Jets.
Remember everything? Yes, that's why I did. Because they're playing the Jets. And the Jets are an absolute dumpster fire right now. Even on defense, they're still a dumpster fire. I look for Joe Flacco to put up some points. And he has got my boy Jamar Chase rolling. And Chase...
and T. Higgins, finally. Jesus Christ.
Running back rolling, T. Higgins rolling. Like, they
even ran the ball with Chase Brown the other day.
Exactly.
I didn't even know he knew how to run.
No, exactly.
Top 5 running back.
Yes, 100%.
Sit your ass down. Let's get to these running backs. Kyle Monungai, we had a question about how much FOB should they spend. So, look, if you got the 1,000, I would go like with 100. You know what I'm saying? I'll put 100 in on him. Yeah. They're still going to probably split some time with him and DeAndre Swift. Mm-hmm. So, I wouldn't go all in. Right. But if he has another big game, another good game, possibly, definitely very explosive from the running back. And he is available pretty much in every single league. Yes. So you definitely may want to go out there and get him. He was number 12 of running backs. He finished with 17.4 points, even though Swift finished with 20.8 points. But you get my drift with the Swift and Monungai. Ben Johnson, I think he's got his tandem. Peachy's the second running back, who I think may be the first running back, is Devin Neal from the Saints. Why'd you pick Devin Neal?
Because I feel like that is what they are leaning towards. I don't know what the dealio is with Alvin Kamara.
Yeah.
But it looks like that with Kendre Miller going down, that Devin Neal is going to be who they're going to turn to.
It just sounds like he's going to be RB1. Yes. Mm-hmm. I would pick him up. I still would start Kamara, but I'd pick him up just in case. Because Kamara might not play a whole game. I'm not starting both of these guys. If I got Alvin Kamara, I'm not picking him. But I'm just saying, you got to keep your ears to the streets for this kid. I think he's going to end up, if their season continues to go downhill, which it is, they're not going to waste Kamara. They'll put the young kid in there.
Yes.
Let's go with your wide receivers. You got Tez Johnson.
Yeah, with Mike Evans being out now, and Ibuka is still catching passes, but he's got more attention on him now. Because he's got the spotlight more on him now with the secondaries that are coming after him a little bit more. So he's not as productive as he was before, because I think they're starting to kind of figure that out. Tez is going to be your loose guy down the field. That is going to be the one that you're going to want to get to. He's going to get plenty of targets in these games.
He was number 18 in week 7. Tied for 18 with Marvin Mims Jr., 15.8 points. So Tez Johnson, he's the guy that scored the touchdown, 49ers faithful. You remember the guy that beat the defense deep? Okay, just in case y'all don't remember who he is. All right, you went with my boy from Iowa State, Jalen Noel. I love this kid. Mm-hmm. And I can't believe that they got both Iowa State guys. So what made you pick Jalen Noel from the Texans, who we have to play this week?
It's kind of the same situation that's going on with Egbuka right now with the targets. They seem to be zeroing in more on Nico. Now, Nico's still able to get the ball. Mm-hmm. But it seems like that CJ is spreading the ball around just a little bit, which is really good. And Noel seems to be his downfield target. Yeah,
he's the guy that I feel like is the Christian Kirk of the team.
Yes.
right? And then I feel like Jaden Higgins is another big target for him. They also have Xavier Hutchinson. I'm a little leery on the Texans wide receivers. I just feel like if it's not Nico every week, it's a different guy, right? And so it's weird. Now Nico is dealing with the concussion, which Peachy talked about, and him playing on Sunday night and getting the concussion. He may not be ready to go this week.
Right.
You might want to look at all three of their wide receivers. I'm sure all of them are available. Do you want to go with the big target and Jaden Higgins? Do you want to go with the guy that's going to get down the field and get you the yak and Jalen Noel? Or the guy that's going to help move the chains like Xavier Hutchinson? I mean, they're playing the Niners defense, just to remind everybody out there. So definitely somebody to look for on the waiver wire. And then for tight ends, we went Rondé Gadsden the second. I think this is a no-brainer. If the Chargers have their tight end, this is great for Justin Herbert and that offense. They're going to be getting players back. I think Joe Alt should be returning if he didn't already return. And, they, Haskins is hurt too. I don't know if you picked that up on the injury report.
No, I forgot about that.
So Hassan Haskins is probably not going to play.
Right.
Which means they're going to look to get the ball to their tight end. They're not going to overwork Vidal that much, but that's just something to pay attention to. So go pick up Rondé Gadsden, the second kid out of Syracuse, man. Knew he was going to be a problem. Was hoping to see him at the Senior Bowl. As far as the defense, listen, man, this team defense, I don't know. They playing the Titans.
Yeah.
I'm picking the Colts. I don't care if this is a divisional game, but they playing the Titans.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking DeForest Buckner and company going to have at least 4-5 of them sacks.
Oh, yeah.
This is a tough defense.
Could have a pick six.
Wait a minute. The Colts got the best record in the NFL. 6-1. Man, I don't see anybody knocking them off anytime soon. This is the defense. If this is a matter of fact, let me go hit my waiver wires up tonight. This is the defense you want. All right. This is the defense you want this week. To me, this is the matchup defense. And to end this off with the kicker, man, it's Eddie motherfreaking Pinheiro. I like the matchup. We like the matchup. We're playing the Texans. You're on the road. And and you're kicking inside a dome too.
Yes. Oh.
And he's been money. And so the Texas defense is tough. I don't know why people think you watched the defense last night. They play you tough. Eddie Pinheiro is the guy. If he's still available, you may want to go get him. I think this is the matchup that we feel like this is the matchup where he's going to probably exploit the Niners, only averaging about 20 points per game, and they might have to lean on their kicker if they can't really get their offense going against this tough defense. They got a pass rush. They got all that stuff, and I'll be breaking that stuff down all this week on the channel before I head out to Houston, guys. So, yeah. This is the guy you're going to want to get, Eddie Pinheiro. And those are our waiver wire picks for this upcoming. Did I remove Peachy? No, I clicked the wrong thing. All right, those are our waiver wire picks for this upcoming week. Let us know what you think in the comment section of the show. Do you guys got anybody that you feel like we should pick up as well? Texans O-line is horrible. Yeah. Here's where it gets tricky, though. Oh, God. Can the Niners defense, can the pass rush like the Seahawks?
Right.
If not, the O-line won't look as horrible.
Yeah, because you can have like a really good defense and it can make your O-line look a lot worse than it, normally is with just an average one. Seattle has a good one. I'm hoping that Saleh and them guys are really working on something. Yeah. So they can figure out how to exploit the weaknesses on that O-line, because we're definitely going to need them to do that. But we will be talking about this tomorrow night on Nitty Gritty Niners as well. So come listening. You don't have to be a 49ers fan to come and watch the show, because it's just about football. So by all means. And if you're a Texans fan, by all means, we welcome you guys.
For sure.
Absolutely come and talk your mess in the chat. long as you're not disrespectful, we're good.
That'll be tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. We got a few questions we want to get to. The Smitty, would you trade for Jalen Coker? First of all, I want to know who has him. He should be on your waivers. But if somebody picked him up or whatever, I don't know if I would trade for him. He's been activated, but he hasn't done anything yet.
Right.
And so I know they're getting Andy Dalton. I would have to wait to see if he can have any type of production. You know what? The answer is no. The answer is just no. Solid no for me. Would you trade for him?
No, because I think with Andy Dalton being out there, I think that Ted is going to go off. I think that Andy is going to be able to get the ball to him. The same situation that happens in Arizona with Kyler not being able to see a lot of things downfield sometimes. It's the same way with Bryce. It's the same way. Andy Dalton is taller. He'll be able to see, just like with Jacoby Brissett. He's able to see down the field.
I like that. Chase Hunter, would you trade Josh Jacobs, for Derrick Henry and a Dunze? This is a yes for me because Henry will return once Lamar Jackson returns. You're going to get Henry back, okay? The only thing that bothers me about Derrick Henry is he's just an explosive player. So he'll be 1 yard guy all day long until he breaks out for an 81-yard run and like that. But it happens with Lamar Jackson. Once Lamar Jackson returns to that offense, he's going to go back to being that dynamic running back, and then you're getting a number one wide receiver. So now you're getting Roman Dunze, and that's Caleb Williams' guy. What do you want? That's who he targets. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's a yes for me. Mm-hmm. I know you're going to be losing that dual threat PPR type of running back that you got, but you're going to gain a running back. A running back will return to form very soon. They're still going to use him. I mean, like, he's not beat up or injured. It's just they didn't have their play caller back there. I mean, so it's a yes for me. Niner Faithful 93 Peachy. Should I drop DJ Moore or Tyjae Spears for Tez Johnson, Colts or Browns D? All right, you take the first part. I'll take the second part.
Should I drop DJ Moore or Tyjae Spears for Tez Johnson? I would. I would.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. I feel like they're going to trade him because they're definitely not using him.
Right.
Roman Dunze is number 20 as far as wide receivers through his first 7 weeks. Where's DJ Moore? I'm still searching. He's 49. Yes. Now, Tez Johnson is just getting into the mix. He's 67. So it's a big drop. I would keep DJ Moore, drop Tyjae Spears, and pick up Tez Johnson. I think Moore's going to get traded. Production will pick up. Colts or Browns D? It's the Browns versus the Patriots, and it's the Colts versus the Titans. So who would you choose?
Oh, the Colts.
Yeah, it's the Colts.
It's the Colts.
It's the Colts. Nigel, you think Tua's still going to be Miami Dolphins quarterback? I got Waddle.
Nope.
Okay, well, who the hell is their backup?
I think that they're going to phase him out. I know what Miami's saying. I just don't know how much longer Tua is going to be their quarterback.
No, I know. But who? I'm asking a legitimate question.
Their backup, whatever, that young. The reason why that I say that, though, Breezy, is because Miami's not going anywhere this year. And
their backup is Quinn Ewers, for real?
Right. I think that they
got
need
Zach
to know
Wilson
what
too.
they have in Ewers.
Or give me Zach. Give me Zach.
100% not their future.
I bet you. I think they need a spark, and it's not Quinn Ewers. That's the Texas kid.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's trash. Give me Zach Wilson. Give me Zach. I think Zach will provide a spark.
It's time for them to shake it up.
Yeah.
They need something.
Let me just say this about the Miami, and this is what pisses me off. They have a dynamic offense. Devon Achane should be averaging 20 plus points a week. Jalen Waddle is a number one wide receiver. It's not his fault they had Tyreek Hill. Well, guess what? Hill's not there. How are you not featuring Jalen Waddle more?
Yeah,
it makes zero sense to me.
And how do you have Mike McDaniel there that is like the run game guru? What happened to what they were doing in the run game?
Because what happens is they're wide receivers, so the Niners have the same problem. When your wide receivers can't create separation, defenses are going to stack the box and take away the run.
Got you. Because
that's the difference. So when you don't have a Tyreek Hill,
it's a good point.
It changes the game. Mm-hmm. It changes how defenses play, makes it a little bit more difficult for Tua. Tua's still a problem. He's the fucking crybaby, in my opinion. I don't know.
Yes.
Delvin, Breezy, and Peachy, y'all are my fantasy picks for the season. Damn the week. Love you, Delvin. Thank you so much. Nigel says, should I bench Waddle? Well, who you got? These be hard questions to answer. We don't know who you're rocking with.
Exactly. So we need to know those questions. Let's see.
Yeah. You got to tell us who you got, who you rocking with.
Yep.
Miss Cynthia's using DJ Moore as trade bait. I know Zach Wilson is QB3, but I would rather see Zach Wilson come in over Quinn Ewers just to see if they can provide a spark. They brought him there for a reason. Mm-hmm. Zach Wilson can have a season like a Mac Jones. Who knows?
We'll see about that. So this right here is funny. So Navari News put this out here at the beginning of the show. Maybe he's in here, maybe he's not, but this is funny. He said, I lost by one sneaking point this week because Gibbs had to score 2 of his 6 touchdowns in 7 weeks in one night. As much as I like seeing the Bucs lose, they didn't have to bring me down with them.
Bro, I got chopped because Kenneth Walker is trash, and they give it to Zach Charbonnet. So I lost to a backup running back. You ain't got shit on me. I'm out of a league because of a backup.
Let me tell you this. Speaking of Kenneth Walker, let me tell you this real quick.
Sorry for getting loud.
That was that dude's birthday.
He was trying. No, he
so bad for him. He was trying.
No, he has some explosive runs. All right, I'm not taking that away from him, but they kept taking him out around the goal line.
Exactly.
It was just like,
and it was his birthday, and I'm thinking, of course he's gonna get a touchdown. It's his birthday.
And I lost. I lost by 4 points because of him.
I could not believe that they could not get him one. I had all of my parlays hit on my touchdown thing except for Kenneth Walker. I could not believe that.
I'm more upset with D'Amico because of his play choice on the 3rd and 1 and the 4th and 1, and all they needed to do was keep the drive alive. Zach would have never scored that second touchdown.
Exactly.
They gave up the turnover on downs. Sam Darnold hits an explosive play down the football field, and guess where they end up? Around the goal line. I knew at that moment I was done. I was cooked. I was baked. I knew at that moment. And so that's why I'm a little perturbed at D'Amico.
Because didn't they have like
This is you're 100% correct. We know. This is fantasy, so we're just more like.
Yeah. Didn't they say that there was 4? Didn't Sam Darnold have 4 turnovers or something like that last night?
The one time I picked Sam Darnold punk ass up, he sucked.
Usually when you lose the turnover back,
you lose the game. Well, that would have made me wrong this week.
Because he looked bad last night. He did not look good at all.
I mean, Houston's got a defense. What do you want?
It's a good point.
But he was dropping some dimes. He was dropping some dimes. I can't say that he looked bad if Jackson Smith-Njigba looked good, because there's only one way for Jackson Smith.
That's a good point. He
was dropping some dimes, but he did have some turnovers.
I was just looking at his turnovers, and I think he had a pick 6 too.
Did he? Did he give a pick 6?
I think so. In one of the games, somebody
I thought he fumbled in the end zone or some shit. No.
Oh, yes. That was the game. See, that's what happens when you have a doubleheader on, because then you have 2 games and you're trying to figure out like what happened in each of them. I think the pick 6 was in the first game. And I think that you're right. I think that he did fumble in the end zone or something like that.
I don't know. I don't even care. Guys, these are your waiver wires for this week. Damn Rockets game going to... Oh, really? All right, we're going to catch the rest of this game.
Lord.
Appreciate you guys for tuning in. We'll see you back next week. Tell a friend. Watch your fantasy football show, Breezy Peachy, right here on the Wayne Breezy YouTube channel. And shout out to all the 300 people watching on Twitter, man. Come on over to that YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel. It's right on my link. All you got to do is click on it. It'll take you right to the channel. You can subscribe right there. You don't even have to leave Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it. We appreciate you guys. We'll see you next week, and peace out.
What's up, faithful? Thanks for watching. Hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and make sure you check out some of the other cool videos.